Hello, I'm Toycat, and I have bad news for people who found the glare to be cute yesterday, because the second mob that we'll be voting on at Minecon Live 2021 has officially been revealed, and it is the Allay. The Allay is not only also an adorable mob, but also it is perhaps the more useful of the two that has been announced so far. But rather than having me explain it, how about we let Jeb do the talking?
Tiny Agnes, where are you? Hello, fellow music fan. You're my only friend now that Tiny Agnes is gone. Here, take my last cookie. You deserve it. Typical. You must be the Allay. Thanks for collecting all these cookies for me. Would you do that with any item I give you? Hooray! No more collecting for me! And you dance too? Amazing! If you give an Allay an item, it will collect matching ones for you. It also loves music. So if there's a note block nearby, that's where it will drop them.
Tiny yens?
So right off the bat there, that is an incredibly interesting description. In fact, I would say this is one of the most interesting and unique mobs we've ever been able to vote on at any Minecon Live. However, we have to start talking about how exactly it works, because you give it an item and then it will fly away and come back with more of that item, which it will then place on a note block if you have one lying around. There are so many questions that immediately come to my mind, such as, if there isn't a note block around, can he still collect items? It sounds like yes from the trailer, but again, it's not explicitly said. And much more interesting than this explicit question is the one of, does he just find the items, or does he actually, make them into existence? For instance, if he is going around for cookies, is he finding those cookies by just going away and then coming back with more, or does there have to be cookies in the local area for him to air quotes find? In fact, the most restrictive version of this, because finding something means you already need to have it in the area, and so maybe, just maybe, he can only find items that are in chests, and he's actually a chest organization tool. Honestly, even in that situation, I still think this is an incredibly interesting mob, but imagine a world where actually he doesn't have to find cookies from chests, or it doesn't have to be a jungle biome, and indeed it's not. He can just find cookies by looking around the world and then coming back with cookies that didn't previously exist there. This is a really powerful idea, because let's say you're just really annoyed and you need some extra food. You could throw him a golden carrot and he would come back with 5 more golden carrots. And so it's really interesting. I tried to find the definitive answers to this question, and if you go on the Minecraft.net article, all they say is that if you give them an item, it will gather more of the same or similar items that they can find and give back to you. Okay, that's not useful, but what is interesting and unique here is that it says this could be a collectible, something you've crafted, or a block you've mined. Isn't that nifty? So it clarifies that it can be basically anything that you'll give him and he'll come back with more of, and that is the bit that doesn't explicitly tell us that he's only finding it if it exists in the world, but it does imply that he probably has to, because for instance, if you gave the Allay a diamond, he could come back with 5 diamonds, and that's not too powerful given that diamonds are pretty easy to find in 1.18, but how about if you gave him a netherite ingot? Would he come back with 5 of those? What about a fully enchanted netherite pickaxe? Of course he's not going to be able to come back with 5 fully enchanted netherite pickaxes, and if he is going to do that, that's going to be a major balance concern for Minecraft, so I think we can fairly say, given how Minecraft is going, that is not their plan, and instead he is effectively a finder of things that are in the area. There are 2 immediate purpose for this. One is searching through chests for you, because I have no idea where I keep things. I know I have some food or some leather in a chest, but I don't know which one it is. And the other one is for picking up mob drops. I mean, you know for a fact that after nighttime has come and now that it's morning again, lots of skeletons and lots of zombies have died. If you want to pick up some bones or some arrows, you could throw it to him and he'd come back with more. But again, even then that sounds like a limited use. We need to know more details about this mob before we can say if this is the objective choice, because again, if it can come back with basically any item within reason, and then again, it just depends on the amount of time he'll take. If it is a netherite ingot you feed him, he'll come back in several hours, or that's not even good balance by itself. Maybe he comes back in half an hour and there's only a 10% chance that he's got even more than one, whereas if you give him cookies, he just always comes back with 5. I don't know how this mob will work. Is he going to be a multiplier? Is he going to be a finder? We don't have all of the context. We can just make our best guess, and that's a bit of a problem, because again, to me, if he he is just a chest finding tool. I'm not sure where I lie on him versus the Glare, the mob revealed yesterday, and I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow's mob as being the decider. However, if he does find pretty much anything, he's a great way to get your hands on blocks that you just find annoying to personally, and so I love the idea of the Allay. It's really hard to have an opinion about which mob you prefer when you're not really familiar with all of the details of the mob. We've had this in previous years. For instance, the Chillager, the Isolager, whatever he's called, his problem is that we didn't know what he would drop, so implicitly Minecraft was just selling us, here's a mob that will make Minecraft harder. The Glow Squid, we assumed that he would probably drop something really useful, but I mean, it's just glow item frames and glow signs, and that's all we got from last year's Minecraft live vote. And, thank God we dreamed for such great things, am I right? But, so this year is going to be really interesting. In case you're curious, like every year, just for fun, I did some polls. I did a poll yesterday when only the Allay, the Glare had been revealed, and it said about 40% of people were willing to vote for the Glare, and about 60% of people were waiting for their other options, whereas now we can see there are roughly 68.3% of people voting for the Allay, with just 15% of people voting for the Glare, so that could be recency bias. I mean, it's the most recent one. Maybe if Mob 3 is terrible, then more of those people switch over to the Glare, but it does look like right now, of the two mobs, the Allay is the one that the community is, slightly favoring. And I do understand that. The Glare sounds like a great mob for an update that is, before this update came out, and the Allay does sound like it's got this mysterious ability to be way better than it probably actually is, and so yeah, we're gonna have to wait till, it sounds like tomorrow. I would have guessed they would do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but instead they're going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow we will learn about Mob 3, and we will be able to make our informed guesses about which mob will be coming to the game, and which mob is the best idea to come to the game, and all of these other things. But for now, I just hope you all enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed these short news analysis videos, going over it very quickly, because I have lots of thoughts, I have lots of opinions, and I hope you enjoyed hearing them. If you're missing the Let's Play, which usually, of course, goes up on Monday, then that will be going out as soon as we've finished with this week of madness. It sounds like Thursday, given that I won't be streaming anyway, because I'm down in the south of England. Again, I am here learning to drive very slowly but surely. Today I did an emergency stop. It was very, very fun, honestly. Apparently it's bad for the car to do it, but I enjoyed that a lot. And I'm not very good with the clutch. Manually controlling the gearbox is something I have no intention of doing. So I feel pretty good about my driving right now. Thank you for asking. Oh, you didn't ask? You just want to hear more Allay opinions? Well, Allay, you need to subscribe to the channel if you want to avoid house fires, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Will Tiny Jens ever drop an album? Was that Tiny Agnes's voice? Do you want the Allay to join Minecraft? Tune in to Minecraft Live on October 16th to cast your vote and change Minecraft forever.